again. This is Ben Pittman in Pawleys Island, South Carolina with lesson number 2 in our Fortune Fast Start series. This lesson is going to concentrate on 3 important areas. Number 1 is your why. Number 2 is your beliefs. Number 3, we're going to talk about goal setting. But before we get started with lesson number 2, I just sort of wanted to give you a little bit of an idea as to a couple of thoughts just to think about in general. Did you know that success-minded people think differently? Their perception of their ability to accomplish things already encompasses the idea that they can. Their belief in their abilities is reflected in the use of one tiny word: how. Someone who doesn't have a success mental mindset thinks, can I do it? The person headed towards wealth thinks, how can I do it? The difference is critical. I think it's all about desire. Desire is all about what Paul Orbison refers to as wanna. Let's focus a minute on wanna. What is wanna? Well, wanna is closely tied to why. Wanna is the stuff that kicks in when it seems that everything else has kicked out. Wanna is all about desire. Most people can learn certain skills in life, but when it comes to the difference between skill and desire, skills can be taught, desire cannot. Personally, I would rather have one person on my team with a ton of desire and no skill than a ton of people with skills and no desire. This reminds me of my son. My son, when he was growing up, wanted to be a baseball player and had more desire than I can ever imagine. He was an inspiration to me my whole life with his ability and his desire to be a baseball player. His skills ran out after college. He didn't have the skill set to play in the professional leagues, but he was really an inspiration for my entire life working with him, and his desire was just all everywhere. His enthusiasm was everywhere. Desire will help your enthusiasm just increase dramatically when you're talking to your suspects and your prospects. So as we get into lesson number 2, I want you to continue to think about desire. I want you to think about that wanna that kicks in when everything else kicks out. I want you to think about why you're doing this business. I want you to grow in your belief system, and then when we start to set some goals, you'll really have a head start on how to be successful at Fortune High Tech Marketing. Thank you very much, and we'll see you at the first training session.